Hello, fans. I'm here with Logan Tanner, national champion catcher for Mississippi State Bulldogs, also the son of Lucedale, Mississippi, and George County, Mississippi. So Logan's on campus in Starkville. They're receiving their national championship rings Saturday night at the football game during homecoming or during halftime. So he wasn't able to be a part of the live feed at in Lucedale Friday night. So he was willing to join us on a Zoom call. And Logan, thank you for taking our call and taking a few minutes with us this afternoon.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
So national champion, how does that feel?
It's awesome. It's awesome to see all the hard work finally come through and come out on top for the first time for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, as a fan, I was telling Brad, as a fan, I'm 42 and I've watched a lot of Mississippi State sports and I've been disappointed a lot. But to see sort of that happen and get pulled off, and my family and I, we were in Omaha when you guys won, and I was a fan, so I can't imagine being a player and being a part of that. That's pretty remarkable. I was mentioning to Brad, I was at the game one at Duty Noble, 8-8, I think, in the seventh inning. And you hit a home run in right field. You remember? I'm sure you do.
I remember. I blacked out a little bit running around the bases, but I definitely remember it.
Yeah, the ball hit about 20 feet from where we were standing. So that'll go down in the D'Angelo family, one of our Mississippi State memories that we'll have. That was clutch, man. I remember that like it was yesterday. Of course, I was joking with Brad. 3 days later, the Cavadas kid from Notre Dame hit that joker that landed in Columbus. I don't know if I've ever seen a ball get out of that park that fast. And
that might have been the first
seat, right, being a catcher.
I mean, that was probably one of the first balls I ever seen hit. It was incredible.
Yeah, that ball got out of there in a hurry. So have y'all seen the rings that y'all are getting Saturday night, the national championship rings? Have y'all seen that?
I actually haven't seen them. I kind of wanted to be a surprise. So any leaks that have been coming out, I haven't looked at them. I'm ready to be surprised.
So y'all didn't get to actually design it. Somebody else designed it, I assume, probably the coaching staff or somebody?
Yes, sir. The coaching staff helped design it.
Okay. So I asked Brad this. In that run, and not just necessarily Omaha, but the regional and the super regional sort of leading up to that, was there a moment that you were like, we really got a shot to win this game, like to win the whole thing?
I think as a team, we kind of just felt like we had a really good shot to win it. After we won game one, I knew we had a really good chance because winning that first game is so important. It saves a lot of pitching, not having to come out of the loser's bracket. And then coming back from Virginia, I was like, yeah, I think we have a really good chance of winning it after coming back down 5-0 in the eighth, which was crazy.
Yeah.
At the time, it was really awesome.
So what was it? So in the stands, it felt like Duty Noble came to Omaha. Did it feel that way on the field with all the support that came from Mississippi?
Yeah, it did. The fans turned Omaha and it was one of the coolest things I've ever been a part of, especially seeing how well the fans traveled and filling up the stands. It was awesome.
And I'm assuming you probably know this, but we sat in some seats that actually people from Iowa had that we were able to buy. The hometown folks, so the Nebraskans and the Iowans, they're actually pulling for y'all too. So I thought that was pretty cool. They didn't want Vanderbilt to win. And they said we traveled well, so they became Bulldog fans, at least for a 3-game series anyway.
Yeah, I've heard that, and that's really cool. Considering that so many people traveled and they were giving up their tickets for fans that didn't even know if they're going to get tickets, it was awesome. That's
right. So I didn't get a chance to ask Brad this. In that little stretch, Virginia, Texas, of course, Vandy had those two ace throwers. Who was the toughest guy that you faced at the plate pitching? And it may not have been any of those guys, but those sort of the marquee guys I know.
I'd have to say the hardest one for me was Ty Madden, just because I couldn't really pick him up well. He was really good. His slider was really good, and I had faced Kumar and Jack earlier in the season, so I kind of had a feel for what they're going to try to do and attack me at the plate. But I'm Madden. We faced them first game of the year, and then we faced the first game in Omaha, and then we faced them again.
If you could tell a 10, 11, 12-year-old kid right now that wants to play baseball or any sport, but especially baseball, since that's what you do, if there's one thing that you did or a couple things that you think you did that set you apart or gave you the ability to be a national champion, baseball player, what do you think? Are there a couple things that you did that sort of got you to where you are?
Surround yourself by people who want the same goal as you do. Always believe in yourself. I mean, my mom always told me, well, why not you? That was one of the big things growing up. Why not me? Why couldn't I do it? But I definitely say surrounding yourself by people who want the same goal that you want helps, because they keep you on track with what you're trying to do, and you keep them on track with what they're trying to do. And I feel like that's a huge advantage over what a bunch of people have.
That's great advice. It's great advice. Well, look, man, I really appreciate the time that you're taking to spend with us here, and I know the folks in Lucedale and George County will be glad to hear from you. When's the last time you've been able to get home? Have you been home lately?
I haven't been home since I left to move back up here. So, I mean, it's been a few months. It's probably been August was last time I was home. I mean, it's been a minute. So I'll be back home during Christmas break. And that'll be about the last time I come back home for a while.
Right. Because y'all been doing fall. Brad was talking in a previous interview. Y'all been doing fall ball, so you've had that going on. So that just wrapped up last weekend, I guess?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, buddy. Well, I sure appreciate your time and taking that time to spend with us, and good luck to you in the upcoming season.
I appreciate y'all.